Hello again, all master number 33s. This is your June reading for 2019. A little bit of a different layout. I changed my room around, so you guys are the first ones to get to see what my room is actually like. I've already shuffled the deck and split the cards, and for this month we have one extra message in the Akashic Records card that I will read out at the end of the main reading from the book. I'm not going into the astrology side of it. If you would like more information about the astrology, like all the planets retrograde, whatever, you can go to my Facebook page, as I put a lot of people on there that are professional astrologers, and you can take their take on the astrology. It's actually where I get my information as well, so it saves me having to remember it all. But I'm still going to do the new moons and full moons for June. So on the 3rd of June, there is a new moon in the sign of Gemini, and on the 17th of June, there is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Especially with the new moon and being in the sign of Gemini, it is basically the sign that governs communication, and now we also have Mercury in the sign of Gemini, so it's a double whammy. A lot of the videos that I've done is all about communication coming in and or going out, sort of type thing. So if you've been waiting to hear any communication, this is the month that will probably happen. So I'm going to do a Celtic Cross like I did last month, and as I place the cards down, I will tell you the position of the cards and we'll go from there. So this is you yourself. This is what's crossing you, or your challenge, your foundation card, your past, your present, your future, you yourself, your environment, your hopes and fears, and the final outcome card. If I need to clarify any cards, I will use the rest of the deck to clarify them. And like I said, my friend over here is holding your Akashic Records card, which I will read out of the deck, out of the book, sorry, at the end of the reading. So we'll start with these first two, and the one that you got in the middle, which is you, for June, is the 8 of Ariel. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. That 8 of Ariel card there is generally the 8 of coins in the normal tarot. And if you know the tarot card, the 8 of coins, it's like this is a master craftsman, basically upskilling, learning all he can about what he does in life, his career path. Maybe it's going on to a new career path. Maybe it's a hobby that you've had that you'd like to take further. But what is crossing you is the 5 of Michael. That's that card there. And it says, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So that card is your challenge card for the month of June. This card basically suggests that there is a some sort of connection or a tie that needs to be severed. If you can see Archangel Michael there standing on a rock face, he's cut this particular cord that you no longer need, or the situation that you no longer need. So if it is a challenge for you, you can also call on Archangel Michael to sever those cords for you, which you can actually Google that one. It's quite readily available on a lot of YouTube channels, or even you can Google it. Your foundation card is the 5 of Gabriel. Now this card here depicts a woman sitting in front of a rather large puzzle, putting all the puzzle pieces together. She also has Archangel Gabriel there, handing her a few other puzzle pieces. So it reads at the bottom, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the dramas of others Have patience with yourself and those around you. So that's your foundation card. So it's basically like saying by the time June is finished, you will have put all that puzzle together. You'll have all the pieces of the information. Like I said, there is information in this card coming in, and you really don't have any other information cards on the table in front of me here. So I'm kind of thinking that being in your foundation, that's your communication coming in. I'll go to your past card here, and it's the Three of Raphael. That's that one. It reads at the bottom, reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So this is sort of saying that, you know, being in your past card, or being in your past, you've had a reason to celebrate, a community of friends, you've had friends or a community that is celebrating with you, announcements regarding relationships or children, so you could have had celebrations around children or family, or anything regarding any sort of relationships basically. So that being in your past, you've dealt with that. We'll go to your present card, which is the Knight of Ariel. That's a rather good card, actually. It says, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by somebody kind. So if you can see in that card there, you've got, just down here, you've got Archangel Ariel planting coins in the ground, sort of type thing. You're planting seeds for your future. This may have something to do with your foundation here, but you're planting seeds so they grow, and it's basically about your financial situation. It's about your career, I'm going to say. Your future card is the leap of faith here. It's a 0, so that means you are starting from scratch again. You're taking this leap of faith, and it says believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. A lot of the readings for June are about that very sentence, do what gives you joy. If you're not doing what you enjoy, now it's time to make that decision and make that leap of faith, and do, you know, what gives you joy. This being in your future card, so I'm going to say, well, it'll be probably by the end of June that you'll be taking this leap of faith, but you're working on it here to take that, you know, leap of faith. Even going back to your centre card here, you know, upskilling, additional educational training, that could be part of it. But it's definitely, you know, you've got the skills behind you to, you know, because this card says taking great pride in your excellent work, practice makes perfect. So you're, even that whole row sort of type thing. So this card here, crossing it, could be that you're leaving a situation behind now that no longer serves you. You're done and dusted with it. You no longer need that in your life. But you're planting the seeds so you can take that leap of faith in the future. We'll go straight into this card here, which is the World. Pretty good card. You've gone, you know, this is your future card. This is an end of a cycle. So this is you yourself ending out a cycle, to get this leap of faith, to get this new beginning. It's with Archangel Michael, and it says a very happy ending coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. So it's one of the best cards in the deck. It takes a lot of work, you know. You've been working, you've had to put this puzzle piece together. Now you're working on your next leap of faith here, because this cycle is ending. But but definitely, you know, when you put those two cards together, that's the first major arcana card, and this is the last major arcana card. So you're coming full circle, and then you get this leap of faith. So there's definitely somewhere that you're heading in your life, you know, that's going to create this leap of faith because you've worked so hard to get the World card. So you're on a completely, you know, new path. And I'd say by the end of June, that's when you're going to have to make the decision whether you take this leap of faith. Your environment is a major arcana card as well, and it's the Justice card with Archangel Raguel. And it says, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favour, don't give up. So the Justice card usually, well, any of the Justice cards, but even in this deck, it's talking about the law system, legal matters, contracts, documents, all that sort of type thing. So this is kind of where you're at the planning stage. Even with the Five of Gabriel here, you're putting all these pieces together. The legal ins and outs of wherever you're taking this leap of faith. This can be, you know, finishing up contracts, where you're working sort of thing. But you're definitely headed in a new direction because, you know, here we have it in your future card, the leap of faith. Your environments card is the Justice card, so things will turn in your favour and work out. And you're ending this cycle up, so pretty good cards, really. I keep coming back to that leap of faith there. I'll tell you why, because your final outcome card's very telling. Your hopes and your fears, the Four of Gabriel. That's that card. It says, time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. So you're in the process of releasing yourself from these situations, be it work responsibilities, career, family, but you're definitely, you know, there is still a little bit more work to do, but it's time to have a celebration, basically. This card does say there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. But, you know, all work and no play. Definitely time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. You've done the hard work. Like I said, you know, there's your ending card there, ending of a cycle. And that's where you get the leap of faith. You're heading in a totally different direction. But like this card says, you know, withdraw from the dramas of others, have patience with yourself and those around you, but it's a challenge you can resolve. And as always with fives are a little bit of a scattered energy, so just watch your energy levels, that you're not pushing yourself too much. You are at the end of a cycle, and by the time June is done, your final outcome card is the Two of Michael. Now this is the decisions card. This is the decision that you need to make. You're going to go or you're not going to go. You're going to take this leap of faith. You're going to end the cycle out. Entirely up to you. But the universe is giving you not a challenge, it's a basically, I will read what it says at the bottom of the card. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over-analysing a problem, find a compromise. And this was where I'm talking about this over-analysing a problem with the Five of Gabriel. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Withdraw from the drama of others. And over-analysing a problem. Sometimes when, I don't know whether you've ever done a puzzle, you do a puzzle and you get a bit stuck and you think, oh, I can't even see where these pieces are going. Generally, if you walk away, take 10, go and have a cup of coffee or something, come back to it, and then suddenly you'll find all these pieces that they just fall into place. So if you feel a little bit scattered and a little bit stuck, I'm suggesting that you know, go away for 20 minutes and then come back to putting this puzzle together. And the answers sometimes just come. Over-analysing and thinking a problem, answers don't come to us when our brain is that active that we can't sort of listen for the answers. Archangel Gabriel here is handing you the puzzle pieces. It's up to you to listen. So I will just pull one more card on the Two of Michael. And we got the Eight of Michael. So the Eight of Michael says, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing clearly. And yeah, that's a biggie with this one here. It's not seeing the situation clearly, but it would be better if you made a decision either one way or the other. Over-analysing a problem, find a compromise, and then you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing clearly. So basically with that card, this is like a self-imposed limitation. This is like not believing that you can get out of a situation. It's generally the Eight of Swords in the normal tarot. But this situation, you can free yourself. You can open those gates as this girl has done. Make that courageous choice to change your life. So I'm going to leave that part of it there. And we'll go to see what your Akashic Records card is. I'll just put my glasses on. And we have a Major Arcana card, which is number 8, and it's called Archangel Raphael. So I will read this one out of the book. And it says, Archangel Raphael walks down a path and approaches you, sharing his healing and uplifting light. He is a profoundly loving spirit who has an important role in bringing the Akashic power to you. This beautiful being carries the energy of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. He can share all these intentions and experiences with you and more. Of all the archangels, Raphael most often comes in the guise of a human, or the form of a human. This card can indicate that helpful others may be attending you now. It also portends a time of great achievement in your personal life. And Raphael is opening the doors. Blessings abound with this card upright. There may be a renewal of a lost dream, a reuniting of family members, or a healing, perhaps of a physical condition or of a broken heart. Even if these conditions have been hanging on for a while now, now is the time when you can really break through. Let Raphael be your partner in this process, and you'll soon see why they call him the miracle worker. And it gives you a little exercise here to do in the book. It says, open yourself to the presence and touch of the Archangel Raphael, who stands beside you now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel your whole self fill with the healing energy and boundless love. Every cell, every thought, every moment vibrates with the radiant power and love of Raphael. Also, you can visualize the color green. Archangel Michael is associated with the color green. You might see flashes of green out the corner of your eye, or when you dream at night, you might be in a green sort of colour. There's many possibilities, but that's your Akashic Records advice for the month of June. So we'll leave that there. I think it's all pretty straightforward. You just may have to make that decision to move on now. The puzzle pieces will be given to you. You're at the end of a cycle. And don't forget to have a celebration and be grateful that, you know, you've made it to another new beginning sort of type thing, or to the end of a cycle, which is, you know, which is a good thing. So I hope you've liked this reading for June 2019. I will be back to do mid-month June readings, I'm hoping, but if not, I will still be back to do July's life path numbered readings. So anyway, I wish you the best of luck, but that's where you're headed to. You're headed to the leap of faith, basically. But all you have to do is to believe in yourself and listen to your heart and do what gives you joy. So on that note, have an awesome June, and we'll talk all again soon. Take care for now.